Hey there, word enthusiasts! Get ready to embark on an exciting vocabulary building journey. In this video, we'll learn fascinating words accompanied by captivating example sentences, empowering you to wield the power of language with confidence and finesse. Here is the first word. Mincing. She walked with mincing steps, trying to imitate a runway model. His mincing voice made it hard to take him seriously. The actor delivered his lines with a mincing accent. People found his mincing mannerisms amusing. The ballet dancer executed the steps with mincing precision. Mincing means behaving or speaking with affected elegance or delicacy. Here is one more example. The burly lumberjack's attempt at mincing through the forest was met with laughter from the woodland creatures. Reprehensible. His actions were reprehensible and caused harm to many people. The company's unethical practices were deemed reprehensible by the public. The politician's corrupt behavior was widely regarded as reprehensible. The judge called the defendant's behavior reprehensible and sentenced him accordingly. The teacher's reprehensible conduct led to his dismissal. Reprehensible means deserving censure or condemnation. Here is one more example. It is absolutely reprehensible to put pineapple on a pizza. It's a culinary crime against humanity. Colloquial. The book is written in a colloquial style that appeals to young readers. Colloquial expressions often vary across different regions and cultures. In informal settings, people tend to use colloquial language. The comedian's jokes were filled with colloquialisms. It's important to understand the colloquial language used in the local community. Colloquial means used in ordinary or familiar conversation, not formal. Here is one more example. In his formal speech, the professor accidentally slipped into colloquial language, leaving the audience both amused and perplexed. Daunt. The sheer size of the task initially daunted him, but he eventually overcame his fears. The fearless leader daunted his opponents with his unwavering resolve. The dark and eerie atmosphere daunted the visitors. The challenging exam daunted the students, making them anxious. The loud noise and chaos of the city daunted the small-town girl. Daunt means make someone feel intimidated or apprehensive. Here is one more example. The sight of a tiny spider was enough to daunt the fearless superhero, reducing him to a trembling mess. Tentative. She made a tentative suggestion, unsure of how it would be received. Their relationship was still in the tentative stage, with both parties testing the waters. The company presented a tentative plan for the project. The explorers took tentative steps into the unknown territory. His answer was tentative, indicating his uncertainty. Tentative means not certain or fixed, provisional. Here is one more example. Jerry made a tentative attempt at performing a magic trick, but ended up accidentally setting his hat on fire. Factious. The controversial politician was known for his factious remarks. The contentious issue resulted in factious debates among the members of the committee. The factious atmosphere during the meeting made it difficult to reach a consensus. The director's decisions led to factious reactions among the cast and crew. The factious debate divided the community into opposing factions. Factious means inclined to cause disagreement or dissension. Here is one more example. The factious debate about whether cats or dogs are superior became so heated that the participants forgot the original topic. Sophomoric. His sophomoric jokes failed to impress the audience. The film's plot was predictable and sophomoric, lacking depth and originality. The professor found the student's sophomoric essay disappointing. Her sophomoric behavior at the party embarrassed her friends. The politician's sophomoric promises proved to be empty. Sophomoric means pretentious or juvenile, characteristic of a sophomore. Here is one more example. The sophomoric humor of the clown made the children giggle, while the adults groaned at the predictable jokes. Scurrilous. The tabloid published scurrilous rumors about the celebrity. The journalist was sued for writing a scurrilous article. His scurrilous comments tarnished his reputation. The politician's opponent launched a scurrilous campaign against him. The internet is filled with scurrilous remarks and personal attacks. Scurrilous means making or spreading scandalous claims about someone. Here is one more example. The Gossip magazine published scurrilous rumors about the mayor, claiming that she had a secret life as a tap-dancing llama. Transparent. The window was made of transparent glass. The government promised to be transparent and accountable. His intentions were transparent, everyone could see through his deceit. The company's financial statements were transparent, providing clarity to stakeholders. The artist's inspiration was transparent in her artwork. Transparent means allowing light to pass through, easily seen through or detected. Here is one more example. Bob's attempt to hide behind a glass wall during hide-and-seek was anything but transparent, leading to an easy discovery. Commensurate. The salary should be commensurate with the employee's experience and qualifications. The punishment should be commensurate with the crime. The success of the project was commensurate with the effort put into it. She received a promotion commensurate with her performance. The price increase was commensurate with the added features. Commensurate means corresponding in size, degree, or extent, proportionate. Here is one more example. Sally's love for ice cream was commensurate with her ability to consume an entire tub in one sitting. Militate. The lack of evidence militated against his case. The high costs militated against the company's profitability. The supportive environment militated in favor of the students' success. The strict rules militated against creativity. The unfavorable weather conditions militated against outdoor activities. Militate means have a substantial effect, weigh heavily. Here is one more example. The dark clouds and thunderstorm militated against the idea of having a picnic in the park. Fallacious. His argument was fallacious, relying on false information. The advertisement made fallacious claims about the product's effectiveness. The fallacious reasoning led to flawed conclusions. Her perception of reality was fallacious due to the illusions she created. The fallacious assumption caused confusion and misunderstandings. Fallacious means based on a mistaken belief, misleading or deceptive. Here is one more example. The politician's argument was so fallacious that even the squirrels in the park rolled their eyes in disbelief. Compromise. They reached a compromise by finding a middle ground. In a healthy relationship, both partners are willing to compromise. The negotiation ended in a compromise that satisfied both parties. Compromising your principles for personal gain is not advisable. The compromise reached in the business deal resulted in a win-win situation. Compromise means a settlement of differences by mutual concession. Here is one more example. John tried to compromise by eating a salad with his pizza, but his taste buds revolted against the unusual combination. Hazardous. The hazardous conditions required the use of protective gear. Working with chemicals can be hazardous to your health. The hazardous road conditions led to several accidents. The job involves hazardous tasks that require specialized training. It's important to follow safety protocols in hazardous environments. Hazardous means involving risk or danger. Here is one more example. Susan's attempt at juggling chainsaws was undeniably hazardous, resulting in the prompt evacuation of the circus tent. Assuage. A hot cup of tea can help assuage a sore throat. She tried to assuage his fears by providing reassurance. The apology helped to assuage their anger. The medication helped to assuage her pain. The company offered compensation to assuage the customer's dissatisfaction. Assuage means make an unpleasant feeling less intense or severe. Here is one more example. After a long day of work, Sarah's stress was assuaged by binge-watching her favorite comedy series. Mawkish. The movie's ending was criticized for being mawkish and overly sentimental. She wrote a mawkish love letter to her partner. The speech was filled with mawkish expressions of gratitude. The author's writing style can sometimes be mawkish, appealing to readers who enjoy sentimental stories. The mawkish display of emotions made others uncomfortable. Mawkish means excessively sentimental or emotional in a contrived manner. Here is one more example. The overly sentimental greeting card made Tom cringe with its mawkish expressions of undying love. Unseemly. His unseemly behavior at the party embarrassed his friends. The argument between the colleagues escalated into unseemly shouting. The company's decision to cut corners was seen as unseemly by the public. The politician's unseemly remarks caused outrage among the constituents. The celebrity's unseemly actions were captured by the paparazzi. Unseemly means not proper or appropriate, not in accordance with accepted norms. Here is one more example. It was unseemly for the professor to break into a rap battle with a student during a formal academic conference. Insouciant. Despite the impending deadline, he remained insouciant and enjoyed a leisurely day at the beach. Her insouciant attitude towards her studies resulted in poor grades. The insouciant way he handled the delicate situation showed a lack of understanding. The insouciant cat sauntered through the room, completely uninterested in its surroundings. She approached the roller coaster with insouciance, as if she had no fear at all. Insouciant means carefree, unconcerned, or nonchalant. Here is one more example. The cat sauntered through the room with an insouciant attitude, completely oblivious to the chaos it had caused. Incredulity. He expressed incredulity when he heard about the miraculous escape. The detective's incredulity at the suspect's alibi led him to dig deeper. Her eyes widened in incredulity as she saw the grand prize she had won. There was an air of incredulity among the audience as the magician performed his mind-bending tricks. The news of his promotion was met with incredulity by his colleagues, who considered him unfit for the role. Incredulity means the state of being unwilling or unable to believe something. Here is one more example. Sally stared at the magician in incredulity as he pulled a live bunny out of her shoe. She was certain it had been empty moments ago. Tantamount. His resignation was tantamount to admitting his guilt in the scandal. Losing her job was tantamount to losing her sense of identity. His words were tantamount to a promise, and he had to follow through with them. The sudden increase in prices was tantamount to a financial burden on the middle class. Her refusal to help her friend was tantamount to betraying their long-standing friendship. Tantamount means equivalent in seriousness to, virtually the same as. Here is one more example. Eating the last slice of pizza without asking is tantamount to starting a family feud. Endearment. He called her honey as an endearment to show his affection. The couple had a secret endearment they used when they wanted to be discreet. She showered her dog with endearments like good boy and sweetheart. He whispered words of endearment in her ear, making her blush. The lovebirds had a unique endearment for each other that only they understood. Endearment means a word or phrase expressing love or affection. Here is one more example. Tim's attempt at using sugar plum as an endearment for his partner resulted in a confused and slightly offended response. And there you have it. We hope you've enjoyed expanding your vocabulary with us today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and give this video a thumbs up to stay connected, and never miss our upcoming word-filled adventures.